Wolstein Center in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. Good evening and welcome into our coverage of Horizon League basketball here tonight on ESPN3. This evening, Detroit takes on Cleveland State. First of two games they'll play against one another this season. Hi again, everybody. I'm Al Pulowski. Great to have you along here tonight as well on ESPN3 as Cleveland State and Detroit Mercy renews their rivalry. First time they've seen each other all season long. A little bit late to be doing it here in the month of February, but now they'll see one another twice here in this month. Some players to watch tonight. First up for Detroit Mercy, Jaleel Hogan. Great post player inside. He averages 15 points, 10 rebounds per game, and he's a guy that can give Cleveland State some trouble on the glass and some trouble inside, too. Sometimes you'll see Detroit run a four-guard offense with Jaleel Hogan as their main post player. He also had a career-high 39 against Oakland earlier in the month of January. Definitely a player to watch tonight for Detroit Mercy. For Cleveland State, the man that they're going to need to have a good ball game tonight, that's Rob Edwards. I was talking with Gary Waters earlier today, and Gary told me that he needs Rob to have his typical type of game. What's a typical type of Rob Edwards game? Well, scoring 16 points a night. But lately, he's been doing even better. He had a tough game last Saturday against Youngstown, but in the three previous games before that, he had 28 points against Green Bay, 16 against Milwaukee, and a career-high 32 at Oakland, which was an 11-point Cleveland State win. So Gary Waters and the crew here at Cleveland State is hoping that Rob Edwards can have a big scoring night tonight for the Vikings, and they can score enough to beat this Detroit club who has had their share of upsets this year, as they've also beaten Oakland and most recently Green Bay. We'll see how it all shakes out. Cleveland State and Detroit Mercy here from the Wolstein Center coming up next. Detroit this year, and they both happened in February.
It's been a long time since we've been here, huh, Al?
Yeah, we haven't been at home in quite some time indeed.
Well, the Vikes have played well here, so
they have.
Two teams with similar records, some pride on the line. You know, Rob Edwards being a Detroit native, we know he's going to bring his A game to go against his buddies.
And the tip is up, won by Cleveland State. If you're listening to us on 1420 AM, they work left to right. On ESPN3, of course, it's the opposite as Cash Thomas is in the front court against the UDM man-to-man. Send it over to Rob Edwards on the right wing. Left wing to Word about 25 feet out. We'll send it topside to Sloan. Now to Edwards, right wing. Edwards guarded by Corey Allen. Baseline right to Flanagan with 9 on the shot clock. In the lane he goes. Left-handed jump hook just a little bit shy as Gerald Blackshear corrals the rebound. And Detroit Mercy comes right to left. Now it's Chris Jenkins, so go to the left elbow. Jumper from there is good. Chris Jenkins, 6'8", but a wing, has an awfully good shot. He averages 12 per game, and it's 2-0 Titans.
Good looking pull-up. Vikes have to get a better hand up on shots like that.
Edwards left point will try a three. Side of the iron and backboard, no good. Rebound by the Titans, Josh McFarley. Into the front court he comes with Detroit Mercy ahead 2-0 a minute in. Guarded by Word in the Vikings man-to-man here on the left wing, 30 feet away. He'll pass it down low now to Jaleel Hogan against Sloan. Backs him down to the block. Stops, cross-court bounce, dangerous, but came out to the wing and McFarley. 10 on the shot clock as he'll drive. Stop, shoot, no good. Whistle, foul, offensive foul on the Titans. And Josh McFarley for clearing out. First foul tonight against either side. Cleveland State ball down 2-0, 18:47 on the first half clock.
Bobby Word did a nice job of closing out, recovering, and drawing that charge.
Thomas into the front court with the Vikes down by 2 against the man-to-man. Top of the key pass to Sloan, who sends it right wing to Edwards. Curl it down low to Flanagan. Backing down Blackshear. Left-handed shot in the paint. No good. Rebound. Sloan keeps it alive. Takes a dribble. Goes up. Kabam! Derek Sloan with the one-handed tomahawk jam, and we're even at 2.
Love those worker bees like Derek Sloan, continually getting after it.
Detroit Mercy with the basketball in the front court. Corey Allen lobbing down low for Hogan. Out top, Jenkins back over to Allen for 3, right wing, in and out. Rob Edwards, the Viking rebound. 2-2 game. Nearly 2 minutes in. Edwards in the front court. Crosses over on Jenkins, who bodied him up, and the foul is called on Chris Jenkins. It'll be his first. Second against the Titans. And we'll see if Edwards will get 2 shots, or they'll say it was on the drive. They will say it was on the shot. So Rob Edwards, who's shooting 76% from the line this year, gets 2 free throws here.
I really love when Rob opens up in attack mode like he did right there. That's when he's at his best. And he's a really good shooter too, but he's always at his best when he uses that big, strong body to attack and draw fouls.
Rob Edwards at the basket to the west. Makes the first one. His first point tonight. He had a career-high 32 against Oakland at Oakland back in January. Cleveland State their first lead here. One more free throw for Rob Edwards, the 6'4" sophomore from Detroit. It's on the way. It's all net. 4-2 Cleveland State. Full court man-to-man look here. And now the Vikings will look to trap. It's the press. Long ball ahead, though. Finds the open man. It's Blackshear driving in. Going to put it up. No. But a whistle and a foul on the drive. And Lamont Simpson says the guilty party is Rob Edwards. First foul against Cleveland State here tonight.
Interesting to see the Vikes come out in the press first. We heard a lot about Detroit liking to press and push the action. They've increased their point total over the last third of the season here by doing that, but the Vikings came out in a diamond press, and Detroit handled it well.
Gerald Blackshear at the basket east here at the Wolstein Center sinks the first free throw. He's shooting only 50% from the line this year. That makes it 4-3 Cleveland State. One more free throw for Blackshear. 6'8" sophomore from Detroit, shooting 62% from the field this year. Misses the next one, so he's right on his percentages. Sloan the rebound. Vikes up 4-3. Cash Thomas into the front court, top of the key. Heads to the left elbow and stops, and will throw it out to Word, left wing. Baseline left to Sloan. Bluffs the jumper. In the lane he goes with contact. Puts it up on the rim. No. Tip Sloan. No. Finally, Blackshear corrals for Detroit Mercy. Into the front court with the pass to Corey Allen. Down low to Hogan outside the block. Near block. Backs down Sloan. Doubled with Flanagan. Leans in the lane. We've got a whistle and traveling called on Jaleel Hogan. Cleveland State ball. He's up 4-3. I'd like to say a special hello to Stan Gromack and Angie Gromack, season ticket holders here at Cleveland State. And Stan is in the hospital, but they're watching us tonight on ESPN3. So get well soon, Stan.
Absolutely.
Sloan at the free throw line for Cleveland State. Vikings are up by 1. Out to Word, left wing against the man-to-man. Over to Edwards, driving from the right wing. Got a bump as he went up. And Lamont Simpson will call the offensive foul on Rob Edwards. Second foul on Edwards, and he's got to come out. Only 2 fouls on Cleveland State with 17-13 to go in the first. Tough call against Rob Edwards.
Yeah, well, and it's a tough call because the defender was coming in on him. It looked like he just held his ground and got penalized for being stronger than the defender. Tough call.
4-3, Cleveland State in the lead by 1. Detroit with the basketball into the front court. On the dribble, it is McFoley. On the right wing, guarded by Word. Comes back to the left wing and sends it to Chris Jenkins outside the arc. He'll dribble to the left point. Out 30 feet. Throw to the free throw line, and Blackshear down the lane to the basket. No. Another whistle. Another foul. This one on Cleveland State. And it's on DeMonte Flanagan. His first, team's third, with 16:55 to go in the first. 4-3 Cleveland State. Gerald Blackshear back to the line to our left, where he is 1 of 2 tonight. He has a point and 2 rebounds.
He's got an interesting free throw form. Likes to step in with the left foot and then lift it.
And he misses the first one as it rattles the cage. If you're watching on ESPN3, you saw the little bump there from Flanagan that drew the whistle.
Free throws is something that any kid can learn to do. It just takes a lot of time.
And he missed them both.
Put time in on it.
Flanagan the rebound out to Thomas. 4-3 Cleveland State. Thomas in the front court. The 16:47 mark. Driving to the right block. Cut off, and a jump ball will be called as he was tied up. As he went up, Josh McFoley got the ball, and that'll belong to Detroit Mercy on the alternate possession.
Detroit's done a nice job of disrupting the Vikings defense so far. They haven't been able to get any kind of flow or movement on any of their possessions.
Left-handed dominant player McFoley into the front court against Bobby Word between the circles. Sends it to right wing to Corey Allen behind the arc. Dribbles out, double team with Sloan and Thomas. Picks it up, throws it near side of Jenkins. Jenkins caught it in front of Word. Throws corner left to a wide open McFoley for 3. Missed it. Rebound tipped. Knocked around. Loose. Grabbed by Kenny Carpenter. He came in for Rob Edwards. Up ahead Word. He'll slow it down in the front court. Out to Thomas. Now to Sloan. Left elbow. Pulls up. Jumper from 16. Is good. Derek Sloan with 4. Cleveland State in the lead 6-3.
Love it. Not something we see from Derek too often. He looked real pretty pulling up on that one.
He did. Cleveland State up by 3. Detroit Mercy with the basketball. Sideline right. A 3-pointer is up and no good from Corey Allen. And the rebound, another foul on Cleveland State. This is on Derek Sloan. His first, 4th against the Vikings. And we'll take a timeout. 6-3 our score. Cleveland State leads Detroit Mercy here tonight at the Wolstein Center in Cleveland. We're back in moments. It's Cleveland State basketball from Learfield.
Today,
Blunt's coming in.
Witness your team battle for Motor City Madness glory at the Little Caesars Horizon League Men's and Women's Basketball Championship in Detroit. Be there for the buzzer beaters, the drama, and the madness as all 20 teams fight for a chance to dance in the NCAA tournament, March 3rd through the 7th at Joe Louis Arena. Get your tickets for all 18 games now at MotorCityMadness.HorizonLeague.com and be a part of the farewell season at the Joe.
At Cleveland State University, we like to engage with smart people. We're talking inventor smart, Fulbright scholar smart, has one of these smart, and we're looking for students who are smart enough to know the difference engaged learning can make. In landing that internship, receiving a scholarship, getting a job. So how far will engaged learning take you? You're smart. You'll figure it out. Want up to $20,000 in scholarships? Engage with CSU.
Leads Detroit 6-3 along with Pat Vianchik. I'm Al Pulowski. Penn Station presents Lemonade. Remember, fans, if the Vikings hit 80 points, Penn Station will treat you to their signature fresh squeezed lemonade. Come in tomorrow and use the code word LEMON80 for your complimentary lemonade. Perfect to wash down America's #1 best tasting sub as voted by consumers. Detroit basketball working to the basket to our left. Down low the ball goes to Gerald Blackshear against Jabri Blunt, who checked in. He turns and scores it off the window. Blackshear with 3, 6-5 Cleveland State. 15:45 to go here in the first half.
Great execution by the Titans that time out of the timeout.
Thomas to the free throw line now to Blunt. He'll drive left of the lane, gonna pump and shoot it. It's blocked by Blackshear. Loose ball. Blunt got it. Right wing. He'll throw it out top to Cash Thomas and a reset. Cleveland State with Carpenter, Blunt, Thomas, Word, and Jamarcus Hairston, who checked in on the floor. Detroit Mercy with Jenkins, Allen, Hogan, McFauley, and Blackshear. Thomas for 3 from the top. Got it.
Wow.
Shot that one over Corey Allen. 9-5 Vikings. Thomas's first field goal. That was impressive.
Great timing. Gave a little hesitation, bounced, and lifted up for this sweet jumper.
Detroit Mercy with the ball. They work right to left across your radio dial. Of course, if you're watching on ESPN3, it's the opposite way. And Corey Allen in the front court hands it off to Blackshear. Goes corner left to Allen. Missed the jumper from 15. Kenny Carpenter, the Cleveland State rebound. Turns and comes ahead quickly. Detroit Mercy is back. Carpenter pull-up jumper from 15. Right elbow. In and out. Rebound collected on the baseline by Josh McFauley for Detroit Mercy. Front court Jenkins. Catch and shoot triple right wing right there. Caught it in rhythm. Jenkins with 5. And if he gets into a rhythm, watch out. 9-8 Cleveland State.
Funny lift on that jump shot, but man, it was right on target. That's the second nice jumper he's taken tonight.
Cash Thomas on the right wing against the Titan man-to-man. Around the Hairston pick. Gives to Hairston on the pick and pop. Back to Thomas, right wing. To the baseline he goes on the dribble. Turns and comes back out. Throws to Hairston, right wing, who tries the triple. In and out. Rebound Jenkins for the Titans. He'll come ahead. Pass it to the front court. Allen, right sideline. To the baseline on the dribble. Stops, cut off. Throws it out top. Caught by Jenkins. Fakes a pass. Backs it up on the dribble. 6 minutes into the contest. 9-8 Cleveland State. Jenkins near mid-floor against Kenny Carpenter. Bounce it high post left to Hogan. Guarded by Hairston. Hands the ball off to Allen. Allen drives left of the lane. Going to force it up. No. Whistle and a foul on the drive called by Lamont Simpson. Let's see what he has this time. It's a body foul on Jamarcus Hairston. First on Hairston. 5th against Cleveland State. 13:51 to go. First half. 9-8 Cleveland State.
I'm impressed with the Titans' execution in their half-court offense. They go ahead, Al.
Another foul on the inbounds. This time, Jabri Blunt call for holding.
Even right
His
there.
first team 6th.
They're running some good sets. They're talking to each other. They're communicating. Their rhythm is good. The Vikings have played really good defense so far, but the Titans are running some good stuff.
Inbounds to Hogan. High post left. 9-8 Vikings. Hands the ball off to Corey Allen. Working against Cash Thomas. Behind the back dribble. Down the lane. Going to throw up a tough shot on the rim. It's going to bounce in. Corey Allen has his first 2. He's only a freshman, but he averages 13 a game. And the Titans are up 10-9. They're on a 5-point run. And there's a steal on the pass McFarley all the way alone. The lefty went for the dunk. He got rejected by the rim. Got his own rebound, though, and throws it out to Hogan, who goes down the lane and a force it up. No. But another whistle, another foul on Cleveland State. This time it's Hairston again. Already the 7th foul against Cleveland State. Hairston is first, so.
Al, I'm going to have you give that young fella a lesson on dunking.
Okay, I can do
at
that.
Halftime.
Do you have a springboard that I can jump off of to make sure that
we are well known amongst the Polish Cleveland delegation as the high riser.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's me, the high riser, huh? Jaleel. By the way, yeah, Jaleel Hogan makes the first free throw. 11-9 Titans. If you got me that springboard that they use for gymnastics, I'd have a shot.
He stuck with it, and he got the ball back, and they're getting back to the line. So, he didn't sit there and cry in his spilled milk. Stayed with the play.
Next free throw is good. So, we're going to have some subs here. Anthony Wright is back in for Cleveland State. He joins Thomas, Flanagan, Carpenter, and Ward on the floor for Detroit Mercy. DeShondre Black comes in. He replaces Josh McFarley. Black, the 6'2 junior from Westland, Michigan. 12-9, Detroit is on a 7-point run. They have a 3-point lead with 13:20 to go in the first half.
2-3 zone now, Al.
So the Vikings will work against this with Thomas at the point. Left side, Carpenter. Bounce it to Thomas, left wing. I talked to Gary Waters today. He said they really worked on this with Cash Thomas specifically this week in practice. Now it goes down low to right. Baseline right. Puts it up from 10. It's good on the jumper. He had 11 points, 9 boards on Saturday down in Youngstown. It's a 12-11 game, and Detroit turns it over. They try to get the fast break going. Hogan was open. Had to go off his fingertips out of bounds, and Hogan turns and says, my fault, should have made the catch.
Yeah, he was trying to gather himself before he made the catch. Great execution by the Vikes in that last possession. Let's see if they can repeat it.
2-3 zone look for the Detroit Titans. 12-11. Titans by 1. Flanagan at the free throw line out to Word. Topside Thomas penetrates. Kicks it out Word. Sideline left. Drives baseline. Floater is no good. There's a foul on the floor on the Detroit Mercy Titans, and that's going to be on Gerard Williams, who just checked in. His first, team's third, and it was on the drive, so the Vikings will inbound down by 1.
Crisp passing inside out. Quick movement around the perimeter and then attacking the gaps. That's how you beat the zone. The Vikes are doing a good job right now.
Cash Thomas on penetration, pulls it out, top of the key, dribbles to the right wing, throws it left side. Word. Catch and shoot triple up is short. And the rebound, Jenkins had it, knocked away by a teammate, but then Gerard Williams takes it, the 6'3 senior from Danville, Virginia. Will curl a pass down low to Hogan, left block, one-on-one against Flanagan. Into the lane, throws it to Jenkins, right corner. Out it goes to Williams, three-pointer right wing, is right there. It's good, Gerard Williams. His first bucket off the bench. 15-11 Titans, 12:05 to go, first half.
Well, they really, nice inside-outside game. Hogan back out for the 3.
There's Word on the right wing. Drives baseline, gonna force it up. No. Rebound collected by Corey Allen of the Detroit Mercy Titans. Into the front court to Black on the left wing. He'll bounce it down low to Hogan against Flanagan. Backs him down. Here comes Wright on the help. Cross-court pass Jenkins. Touch pass out to Williams for 3, right wing. Rim it off. Flanagan, the Viking board, up to Thomas. Vikes trail by 4. Thomas into the front court to the left wing. Throws it out to Word. Man-to-man defense here for the Titans. Top of the key, Flanagan. Jumper from 17, right point, is good. Flanagan his first 2, 15-13. Titans, 11:21 to go in the half. Black down the lane. Jumper from 6, blocked by Flanagan. Got the rebound. Out to Thomas, 3-on-4. Bumped by Black at mid-floor. Continues to dribble. Stops at the free throw line. Looks and nice hook pass down low. Flanagan spins on the right block. Goes up. Hogan grabbed him. And the foul on Jaleel Hogan. His first, team's 4th. 2 free throws for Flanagan when we come back. Full timeout on the floor. 11:07 to go, first half here in Cleveland. Our score, Detroit Mercy 15, Cleveland State 13. This is Cleveland State basketball from Learfield.
As a Vikings
I was
fan,
really
you know
happy
it
to
takes a
see they
strong
got
defense.
Flanagan.
trailing the Detroit Mercy Titans 15-13, 11:07 to go in the first half. You're watching on ESPN3. There he is, Magnus, making friends with the kids.
Magnus.
Very likable kind of mascot, as most of them are, I guess.
How do they eat? How do they feed themselves?
I would ask him, but he doesn't talk. Cleveland Clinic Sports Health is squarely behind Viking basketball and CSU students. At home games this year, a Cleveland State student can win a $10,000 scholarship, courtesy of Cleveland Clinic Sports Health, a 32-inch color TV, courtesy of the Edge on Euclid, the brand new luxury off-campus housing for Cleveland State students. Cleveland Clinic Sports Health, making it great to be a Cleveland State student.
Just what every college kid needs, a television in their dorm room.
Absolutely. Nice big one.
So glad to see DeMonte get to the line here.
Scored the first one, yeah. And he makes the second, so we're tied at 15. And give you the players on the floor. Carpenter, Wright, Hales, who's come in, Thomas and Flanagan for CSU. Full court press. Jenkins, Robinson, Black, Williams, and Blackshear for the Titans. Tie game. Into the front court on the dribble is Black. He'll pass it on the right sideline to Robinson. Patrick Robinson Jr., the 5'11 senior from Brampton, Ontario. Send it out to Williams. Vikings in a man-to-man. Left wing now to Black with 10 to shoot. Behind the arc, Thomas right up on him, 25 feet away. To Jenkins' left point. Jenkins turns with 5 to shoot against Wright. Takes a dribble, pulls up, tough three. In the air, back iron off. Kenny Carpenter, the Viking rebound. Poked away, Kenny got it back. Whistle foul. Patrick Robinson Jr. guilty of a reach. His first personal, 5th foul against the Titans. 10:35 to go in the first, 15 all.
I really like what Gary Waters did out of that timeout. Came out in the full court man as opposed to the diamond. It caused Detroit to get out of rhythm in that entire possession just because he gave them a different look at the right time. Good coaching move.
Nelson Maxwell in for Cleveland State, the 6-foot sophomore guard from Orange Village, will run the point as he replaces Cash Thomas. Zone look for the Detroit Mercy Titans here. Out top, Maxwell, right wing to Carpenter behind the arc. Out top it goes to Hales now. Back on the right side, Carpenter. Carpenter, a pick from Flanagan. Left side to Hales. He's driving. Hales got grabbed, runs over a Titan, then called for a charge.
Well, it sure looked like he got his arm pulled as he was driving in first.
Lamont Simpson will let that one go and instead call Hales for the charge. He's saying to Lamont Simpson he got grabbed. 8th foul against Cleveland State, first on Hales. Looked pretty obvious from our vantage point, but it's Detroit ball on the turnover because of the charge. Full court look. In the backcourt, Gerard Williams will get it over to Black. Bounces ahead of Gerard Williams. Gerard right of the key, gonna send it down low to Blackshear. Went up, blocked by Hales off the knee of Blackshear, but they'll say it went off of Hales and give it to Detroit Mercy.
Well, we're sure not getting many calls when he's on the baseline. that happens sometimes. It'll even out.
15 all. Midway through the first half, inbounds comes to Robinson. Out top it goes to Gerard Williams. Backs up on the dribble near mid-floor. 10 to shoot. The left point, 35 away. Now dribbles to the right. Gets through a double. Still dribbling. 5 to shoot. Spins. Looks. Back to the basket. Tried to throw it. Stolen. Hales. Up to right in front of the pack. To the basket. Kabam with 2 hands. Anthony Wright the flush. He has 4. 17-15. Cleveland State. 9:37 to go in the first. Jenkins in the front court, sideline right for the Detroit Mercy Titans. Cleveland State and then man-to-man D.
It's a very active group for the Vikes defensively right now.
Yeah, Hales right now on Black, the best man-to-man defender that Cleveland State possesses. Now it'll go to Jenkins out top. Handoff there to Williams. Dribbles to the right elbow. Sideline right to Robinson for 3. No. Rebound though, corralled by Blackshear in a crowd, and he puts it up and in. Great work on the glass by Blackshear to tie the game at 17. He's got 5. Carpenter the other way. A little bump from Deshaundre Black, and that bump is called on Black. That'll be his first, team's 6th. Cleveland State ball out of bounds in a tie game with 9:06 to go in the first.
Well, Blackshear sure exploded on that last rebound. I like how the Vikings got the ball out quick and put the pressure on the defense to get back.
Black, Jenkins, and Robinson check out. Hogan, McFoley, and Allen come back in. For Cleveland State, Anthony Wright will take a blow. Derek Sloan back. Anthony Wright sits down with 4 points in 4 minutes. He's looked very good of late for Cleveland State off the bench.
Right now, he just doesn't match up with Hogan physically. That's why they had to get him out of there.
Inbounds to Maxwell, right point. He'll send it down low. Flanagan. Flanagan out about 12. Going to turn and shoot it. Back iron off on the jumper. Gerald Blackshear, the Detroit Mercy rebound. Outlets the ball to McFoley. Into the front court. He'll send it down low. Never got there. Intended for Hogan. Stolen by Sloan. Up to Carpenter. Into the front court he goes. Carpenter on the left wing in a tie game. Carpenter The left sideline, back to the left wing, to the top of the key, to the right of the key on the dribble. Going to throw it up with contact. Good off the glass.
Wow.
Carpenter his first two off a tough drive, 19-17 Vikes. Williams breaking the other way, going to the basket, running over Sloan. They'll call him for the block. Now he was clearly set up, but was he inside the arc?
I think he was, yeah.
I think he was too.
Yeah.
And that's the reason for the call, which is the correct call here because you cannot be inside that arc, which it appeared he was. His second foul, 9th against Cleveland State. 19-17 Vikings with 8:30 left.
Pace is picking up, Al. Both teams are moving it up and down the floor a little bit faster. Could be to whichever team has better depth.
Williams sinks the first free throw. Gerard shooting 62% on the year. 19-18 Vikings. Sloan's got to come out. Blunt back in for him. 8:30 left in the half. 19-18 Cleveland State. One more free throw coming for Williams. Detroit tonight already. This will be their 8th free throw, and it's good. They're 5 of 8 from the line. Cleveland State 4 for 4 as Cole Long comes in, a 6'8 freshman from St. John's, Newfoundland. He replaces Williams, who sits down with 2 points.
Well, they're coming from all over the globe these days, huh? Newfoundland now?
Yeah, Newfoundland.
That's
or Newfoundland,
or
whatever you want to
Newfoundland?
go.
Okay.
Newfoundland. Yeah.
I'll
Potato,
defer. I'll
Tomato,
defer
tomato, sure.
to the guy with the John Carroll degree as
there you
opposed
go.
to the Cleveland State degree.
Oh, yeah. 19 all, 8:21 to go in the first half. 2-3 zone for the Detroit Mercy Titans. Bobby Word will send the ball into Nelson Maxwell. We'll get it over to Kenny Carpenter on the left wing. Out top to Maxwell. Back to Carpenter. He'll try the three-pointer. Short. Rebound. Kenny follows it up, goes down the lane, puts it on the rim and in.
Kenny Carpenter showing the floaters.
He has 4 points and 4 rebounds now. 21-19 Vikings. 8 minutes to go in the half. Front court left wing. It's McFoley in the lane. Gonna throw up a runner, and it's good with one hand fading away right of the key from 8 feet. And McFoley got it to go, his first 2. 21 all. Carpenter in the front court with 7:45 to go in the half. Free throw line to Flanagan against the man-to-man. Step back and a pass to Word. NBA 3 left wing is short. Hogan had the rebound off of his knee, and now they gave it to Detroit again.
Well,
they're not even going to talk it over. Okay.
yeah, that's
7:40 left. We'll take a break. 21 all. This is Vikings basketball.
Welcome to Huntington.
Let's talk about sports. It's easy to find the sports content you care about, right? Wrong. We're not talking about the content overload you see every day. We're talking about the teams and athletes you truly care to follow. Your sons, daughters, friends, and neighbors. No matter their level of play, professional, college, high school, there's never been a way to find this sports coverage in one place. Until now. StatSub covers the teams and athletes that have all the fans but none of the coverage. Visit statsub.com for more info.
Witness your team battle for Motor City Madness glory at the Little Caesars Horizon League Men's and Women's Basketball Championship in Detroit. Be there for the buzzer beaters, the drama, and the madness as all 20 teams fight for a chance to dance in the NCAA tournament, March 3rd through the 7th at Joe Louis Arena. Get your tickets for all 18 games now at MotorCityMadness.HorizonLeague.com and be a part of the farewell season at the Joe.
40 left first half. Blackshear, Hogan, Long, McFoley, and the inbounder Corey Allen. Cleveland State with Carpenter, Blunt, Maxwell, Word, and Flanagan on the floor. Full court man-to-man. Inbounds to Long. They'll trap him in the left corner. He got it away, though. Still in the backcourt. Corey Allen backs up, double team. Now dribbling backwards near the baseline, picks it up. Long ball ahead, found the open man. Blackshear to Long, down the lane. Pass to Hogan. He's going to the basket. Blocked by Blunt. What a block. Came out of nowhere. Rebound Maxwell. Into the front court. Word to Blunt at the top. Back to Maxwell, left wing. He'll back it up and reset in a tie game. 7:17 to go in the first. Maxwell now on the dribble against Long. To the left elbow. Bounce it down low to Blunt. Looking for help. Throws it out to Maxwell. Sideline left with 10 on the shot clock. Dribbles in around an Evan Claiborne pick who checked in during the timeout. Going to hook up a tough shot. No. Blackshear the rebound for the Detroit Mercy Titans. Up ahead to McFoley. Front court right wing. Crossover. Left-handed dominant player will lob it to the left block, and Blackshear against Claiborne turns, pumps, shoots, scores off the window. Blackshear having a good first half. He has 7 points, 4 rebounds. 23-21. The Titans over the Vikings here in Cleveland with 6:40 left in the first half.
And Claiborne looks a little bit bewildered by what's going on. The quickness, it's not like he wasn't ready in that last possession.
2-3 zone, word for 3. That's no good from the right wing, and the Vikings have been disastrous from long range early, just 1 of 7. Into the front court on the rebound, Corey Allen turned the ball over, call for palming the basketball. That'll give it back to Cleveland State. 23-21, Titans over the Vikings. Maxwell out, Thomas in for CSU.
Well, and Al, you just pointed out the Vikes shooting percentage, and Detroit will stay in that 2-3 until you could prove them otherwise, and that's why it was so important when Rob Edwards picked up that second foul. You lose that threat.
Yeah, you've got to love this Detroit basketball team and the way that they have beaten tough teams this year. As Ward launches another 3, that's no good from the left wing. Carpenter, the offensive rebound, will dribble out and give it to Thomas. Jumper from the right elbow is no good. Back of the iron. And the Titans have another rebound for Blackshear. Into the front court now, Long. Long on the dribble. Stops at the free throw line. Throws it on the right side to Blackshear. Spins on the block. Forced it up. No against Claiborne. Got a piece. Blackshear, though, the rebound. Backs him down. Into the paint. No look pass to Hogan. Reverse layup is good for Jaleel Hogan. He's got 4, and Detroit has their largest lead of 4. 25-21. 5:40 left in the first. And Edwards is coming back in. So is Flanagan. Next opportunity. Meanwhile, Carpenter on the left wing against the zone. Vikings from the field tonight, just 32% and 1 of 8 on 3-pointers. Claiborne right baseline, out to Thomas. Sideline left, Carpenter driving in, pulling up from 12. Jumper, good from the left wing. 6 for Carpenter, 1 better than his season's average. And those 6 for Kenny lead the Vikings. 25-23 Titans. 5:12 to go first half.
The Vikes needed that one. They were struggling from the perimeter. Maybe that'll settle them down, get them a little more confidence.
Working to the east basket. It's Corey Allen, left wing, 25 out. Lobs it down low, Hogan against Blunt. He's doubled with Claiborne. Going to reverse it on the drive. No. Late whistle and a foul, though. Somebody got him on the arm. And that's Jabri Blunt. That is the second personal on Blunt. Team foul number 10 against Cleveland State. Hogan will go to the line to our left, where he is 2 of 2 tonight. He has 4 points and a rebound. Hogan on the year shooting 51% from the stripe. So it'll be Hairston, Flanagan, and Edwards coming back in for Cleveland State here. And next opportunity, Hogan at the line. Detroit has a team 5 of 8 from the stripe tonight, and he misses the first one off the right side of the iron. Cleveland State has a team 4 for 4. So here come those 3 players. Claiborne, Word, and Blunt are out.
Let's describe Hogan for our viewers on ESPN. Well, not on ESPN, on the radio. Picture a defensive lineman playing basketball right now, and that's what you see in Hogan. He is big, long, and strong.
Very good body controls. He missed the next one. And against Oakland earlier this year, as I mentioned, he had 39, a career high. Thomas in the front court. Vikings down by 2. Left wing to Edwards. Out to Thomas against the man-to-man. Back to Edwards, left wing. Left point to Thomas. Right wing to Carpenter with 15 to shoot. Out top, Thomas. There goes the 3-pointer from straight away. Swish! Cleveland State has 2 3-pointers tonight. Thomas has them both. He has 6. Mike's back on top, 26-25 with 4:30 left in the first. Meanwhile, on the drive is McFoley into the lane. Kick out right side for 3. Allen, it's good from the right sideline for Corey Allen, who has 5. And Detroit from behind the arc tonight now. They're 3 for 9.
Nice answer after the Vikes hit their 3.
28-26. Titans in the lead. Cleveland State with the ball. Flanagan left elbow against Hogan. Turns, steps back on the dribble. Throws to Thomas, right wing. Backs it up on the dribble against the man-to-man. Around to Flanagan, pick to the top of the key. Left sideline now, it's Edwards. Out to Carpenter, left wing. 8 to shoot. Carpenter around to Flanagan, pick. Sends it over to Edwards. Open, left wing 3. Not open now. Blackshear came out and blocked it. Loose ball at mid-floor. Picked up by Allen. Over to Jenkins. Drives the baseline. Cut off by Carpenter. Forced it up and in anyway. Jenkins has those long arms and just put it up and over. He's got 7. 30-26. Titans, 3:38 to go first half.
Tough shot.
Hairston at the free throw line. To Edwards left wing. Drives in. Under the basket. Nice pass underneath to Flanagan. Reverse layup is good for Flanagan. He's got 6. 30-28. Detroit Mercy.
Beautiful wraparound by Rob Edwards that time after he got in the lane against that zone.
It's McFoley, right wing jumper from 17. No good. Hogan the offensive board. Put it up no, but grabbed by Thomas on the way up. And Hogan will get 2 more free throws as Thomas picks up his first personal foul. We'll take a break here. 3 minutes and 16 seconds remain in the first half. Our score here at the Wolstein Center in Cleveland. Detroit Mercy 30, Cleveland State 28. This is Cleveland State basketball from Learfield.
Act now, print and...
Wolstein Center here in Cleveland. Along with Pat Vianchik, I'm Al Pulowski. 30-28. The Titans lead the Vikings here. The Vikings will get Anthony Wright back on the floor. He joins Edwards, Thomas, Carpenter, and Flanagan. Detroit Mercy with Hogan at the free throw line. They also have Jenkins, Allen, McFoley, and Blackshear on the floor. And Cleveland State students, if you like a brand new, free, fully furnished luxury apartment right across the street of campus for an academic year, this Saturday and the February 18th home games, the Edge on Euclid is giving students a chance to win that free, fully furnished brand new apartment. Come support the Vikings and have a chance to win big from the Edge on Euclid. CSU students, we will see you at the game. As Hogan converts the first free throw, the line to our left. Next one is up, rim rolls in. So Hogan gets them both. He has 6. And Detroit matches their largest lead of 4. 32-28. Vikings ball.
They're in a 1-2-2 zone now.
Half-court trap here,
First
too,
look.
Right? That's what they're looking to do. Here's Edwards, sideline left. He bluffs the three-pointer. Cross-court pass to Carpenter. A catch on the right wing. Out to Thomas. Bluffs the three. Back to Kenny. Takes a few dribbles. Goes inside the arc. Back out again with 8 on the clock. To Thomas, left wing for 3. Front of the rim and off. Rebound Hogan. Tipped it out to Josh McFoley, and the Titans control. McFoley into the front court against Thomas as the Vikings remain in the man-to-man. 2:40 left in the half. Cleveland State trailing the Titans by 4. On the left wing, it's Williams against Edwards. By him and in the lane. Gonna force it up in a crowd and score it off the window. Tough drive for Williams. He's got 7 off the bench. Ties in with Blackshear and Jenkins for the game high. And the Titans have their largest lead of 6, 34-28. 2:20 left in the half against this half-court 1-2-2 look.
The Vikes better watch out here.
Edwards, sideline left 3. Good! So he rattled the cage and got it to go. 5 for Edwards. 34-31.
And that's how you beat the 1-2-2 in the corners.
Detroit
It's hardest place
3
for them to rotate out to or close out to.
Yep. McFoley in the front court against Thomas. Sends it right wing to Allen, 25 away. Corey Allen throws it topside to Jenkins, guarded by Wright. Takes a dribble to his left. Backdoor cut is made by McFoley. Gets it, tosses it out right corner. Williams for 3, air ball. But right to Hogan. Forced it up, yes, and fouled by Flanagan. Count the basket, and 1 coming. The foul on DeMonte Flanagan is his 2nd. And more free throws. Well, 1 free throw here for Detroit. They've already taken 12 free throws tonight, Pat. Cleveland State's only taken 4, and here comes number 13 for Hogan. 36-31 Titans as McFoley checks out and Deshaundre Black replaces him. Hogan will look for point number 9 right here.
Well, and the reason is both Blackshear and Hogan are doing a really good job of anticipating when the shot's going up. They're getting backside rebound position and establishing it because they're a little bigger and stronger than the Vikes in there.
Hogan gets all net on the free throws, so he is now tonight from the line 6 for 8. And the Titans have a 6-point lead with 1:38 to go in the half. 1-2-2 half-court trapping look. Edwards left wing, although Detroit really hasn't trapped.
No, they're
just a 1-2-2
straight out. They're
yeah?
just extending it out to half court.
Here's Wright in the lane. Bounce it baseline right to Flanagan. 12 away against Jenkins. Takes him to the block. Kick out right. Free throw line jumper is good. Anthony Wright has really found his stroke in the last couple of weeks. He has 6 off the bench. 37-33 Titans. 1:14 to go in the half as Black trots it in the front court against Thomas. Crosses over and comes to the left wing. Sends it to Williams off a pick. Sideline left. Drives in. Takes an extra step. And he's called for travel. And he'll turn it over to Cleveland State. Turnovers tonight. 7 for the Titans. 4 for the Vikings.
Great early help and rotation by DeMonte Flanagan there to surprise the dribbler. Coach Waters and his staff worked very hard on taking away that drive.
Minute to go in the half. Detroit Mercy by 4. Thomas front court left wing against the man-to-man. Top of the key to Edwards. Nope, not a man-to-man. Still a 1-2-2.
Yes.
Though it's packed in a little more. Edwards at the top. Long 3 is on the way. Around the rim and outright a tip, but no good. Black grabs the rebound for the Titans. Rushes into the front court. Gives to Jenkins. Now to Williams left wing. Pauses. Dribbles in the lane. Jump stop. Throw right corner to Allen for 3. He got it. All net for Corey Allen. He's got 8. And it's 40-33 Titans. 30 seconds to go in the half. Cleveland State a use it or lose it timeout. They'll use it here. 3-second differential shot and game clock. 40-33 Detroit Mercy. 29.8 seconds to go in the half. And starting at noon on Saturday, February 18th, it's President's Day during the Viking basketball doubleheader at the Wolstein here. The event is absolutely free with a ticket to the Wright State game. Kids get a free handheld mask of a president, face painting, photo ops, and more. CSU Athletics thanks Darlene Snyder, president of Act Now Print and Promote, for sponsoring President's Day at the Viking basketball doubleheader Saturday, February 18th, starting at noon.
Who's your favorite president, Al?
Oh, I don't know. Do I go with George Washington, or is that a little too cliche?
Well, he did set a lot of precedents.
Yes, he did. When you taught, I know you've been a principal for a while. What was your subject?
World history and American history, yes.
Okay, so what was your favorite?
Well, I'd have to say Lincoln, because he kept the Union together.
He did.
We got to hang together or we'll surely fall apart.
There
right?
you go. There's the teacher coming out of you. Cleveland State down by 7. We're back in play. Now wind the clock. 18 to shoot, 20.8 on the game clock. It's Thomas dribbling on the center circle against the man-to-man. He's guarded by Black. 10 to shoot. Thomas will send it left sideline to Carpenter. He'll give it on the left sideline to Edwards. Back to Kenny. He's driving in the lane. No look pass to Flanagan. Dropped the ball. Detroit steals. Williams the other way. 3 seconds. Into the front court. Half-court shot with 2 seconds. Williams threw up an air ball. Grabbed by Wright as the horn sounds, and that's the end of the first half. So Detroit Mercy will take their largest lead to the locker room of 7, 40-33. And Ed Doherty has the halftime report. That is straight ahead right here. Make sure you stick around too. Detroit Mercy 40, Cleveland State 33. This is Vikings basketball.
best German beer, reach for Hofbrau beer.
State is on the short end against Detroit Mercy 40-33. The Titans used a 15-7 run to close out the first half in the final 4 minutes to take that 7-point lead to the halftime locker room. Welcome into the Edge on Euclid halftime report. During this 15 minutes, we'll break down the first half stats. We'll take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, and we'll get everybody set for second half action. For the Vikings tonight, 6 players have scored. 4 of them have 6 points. DeMonte Flanagan, Cash Thomas, Kenny Carpenter, and Anthony Wright, all with 6 points for the Vikings. Rob Edwards, who had early foul trouble, has 5. And Derek Sloan tossed in 4 early points for Cleveland State. For Detroit, they've been led by Jalil Helligan, 9 points. Corey Allen has 8. Blackshear and Jenkins have added 7 apiece off the bench. Williams has 7 as well for Cleveland State. Vikings are on the short end and the rebounding. 21-15, Detroit's out rebounding Cleveland State. And the Titans are outscoring or outshooting the Vikes as well. Detroit Mercy 52% from the floor. The Vikings just 39. We'll get a little more in-depth on the first half statistics. Have a couple of highlights from you from the first 20 minutes. Take a look at the scoreboard. And Al Pawlowski will rejoin us for second half action. All that after this timeout. You're listening to Vikings basketball.
Live life at the Edge on Euclid.
John Euclid halftime report from the Wolstein Center at Doherty with you. It's Detroit Mercy and Cleveland State here in Horizon League action. At the break, the Titans lead the Vikes by 7, 40-33. Cleveland State has 6 players on the scoreboard, 4 of them with 6 points exactly. Kenny Carpenter 6 points and 5 boards. DeMonte Flanagan 6 and 4 for Cleveland State. Hogan leads the way for Detroit. 3 other games on the slate tonight in the Horizon League. Also at halftime at the Begley Center, the Oakland Golden Grizzlies have traveled to Youngstown State and lead the Penguins by 5, 42-37 at halftime. Also later tonight, a couple of games going on in Wisconsin. UIC and Green Bay set the tip off at Panther Arena in about 8 minutes. And Valparaiso and Milwaukee go at it tonight in Milwaukee, with Valpo leading the conference The Crusaders have lost just one conference game this season. They're 18-4 overall. Right here at the Wolstein Center, Detroit Mercy 40, Cleveland State 33. We'll take another timeout, come back after this. This is Cleveland State basketball from Learfield.
Come on, we're going to be...
Doherty with you from the Wolstein Center downtown Cleveland as the teams are beginning to come back on the floor. The Vikings are already out in the shoot around, and the Titans to join us on the floor with the Detroit Mercy Titans leading Cleveland State by a score of 40-37. Interesting stat in the first half for Cleveland State, getting outplayed inside. They are just 8 points in the paint for Cleveland State. Detroit Mercy has 16, but Cleveland State off the bench tonight, getting some solid performances. The Vikings outscoring the Titans bench 12-7, and the 8 assists for Cleveland State, also a positive sign for the Vikings as they're moving the basketball, defeating a couple of those zones that Detroit has thrown at them tonight. We've seen the 2-3 zone, we've seen the 1-2-2, and a nominal press. So the Vikings doing a nice job there. Only down 7. They were down 4 most of the first half. Did have a small lead early in the first half. They were up 9-5 on Detroit. That's going to wrap it up for me at halftime. I'll be back in the postgame. But up next, it's Al Pawlowski, Pat Vianchik with the call of the second half. Detroit and Cleveland State, the Titans leading the Vikes by a score of 40-33. You're listening to Vikings basketball from Learfield.
Live life at the edge on Euclid, the brand new off-campus luxury housing for Cleveland State students. That is literally just a step from the
25 seconds away from the start of the second half. Along with Pat Vianchik, I'm Al Pulowski. Ed Doherty just had the halftime report for you. Cleveland State trails Detroit Mercy 40-33. That's their largest deficit of the ball game, and it's right here. So Cleveland State will look to get back on track in the second half. The Vikings, so far from the field today, shooting 39%, though that is an improvement. They were struggling earlier today, but they got it up to 39%. Detroit, though, shooting 52% from the field. Second half starters for Detroit: Jenkins, Allen, Black, Williams, and Hogan. That might change, though. I think that's going to be Jenkins, Allen, Hogan, McFarley, and Blackshear. Cleveland State with Thomas, Flanagan, Word, Edwards, and Anthony Wright will start the second half with this group, with Derek Sloan on the bench. Vikings will have the ball. They'll be moving right to left across your digital tuner. If you're watching us on ESPN3, it's the opposite. So from west to east here in the second half, the Vikings will look to make up a 7-point deficit.
Well, the story of that first half, Al, was the Detroit Mercy Titans' balance on offense. Very balanced, very sharing the ball.
Thomas into the front court. Detroit in a trapping man-to-man. Over to Edwards, back to Thomas in the lane to Wright. Out to Word. Right wing triple try is long, and he's still scoreless. Rebound batted around. Cleveland State wins it. Wright out to Word. Another three from the top. No. Wright keeps it alive, and it goes out of bounds off of Wright. It'll be Detroit Mercy basketball. So the Vikings down by 7. They'll come out in a full court man-to-man here. Jenkins will receive the inbound. Cleveland State will back it off, so Jenkins says, I'll dribble it ahead. The redshirt senior will cross the timeline and give it topside to McFarley. He's standing on the center circle, guarded by Word, and the Vikings man-to-man. 40-33, Detroit Mercy. On the left wing, McFarley against Word. Lefty whips it down low to Hogan, outside the block. Cross-court skip pass, out to Allen. Catch and shoot triple up is good. Oh, and he gave the little sign, too, of the three-pointers. He looked through the sight. 43-33, Detroit with their largest lead of 10. Edwards down the lane. Edwards to the rack. Lays it up and in as he had that finger roll going. 7 for Edwards. 43-35, Detroit breaking the other way. Blackshear underneath. Shuffled his feet on the catch from Josh McFarley, and he's called for traveling.
Coach Waters was not happy when that three got launched by Allen. There was a back screen on the backside from Blackshear. Looked like he was moving and holding. Officials didn't see it.
Corey Allen with 11 now. That's a game high. Front court, Edwards right wing. He'll try the triple jumper. Swish! Rob Edwards with 10 to lead the Vikings. 43-38. Boy, it'd be nice to see Rob heat up in this second half. It looks like he is early, just a minute and a half in, and the Vikings down by 5.
Well, he certainly had enough time to rest, being in foul trouble in that first half. So
McFarley lobs it down low. Hogan a catch. Stripped underneath. Great strip by Thomas. Flanagan picks it up to Thomas. Into the front court right. Jump stop left wing out to Thomas. Thomas at the left point. He's about 24 out, now 25-30. As he backs it up, guarded tightly by McFarley in the man-to-man. To the top. Thomas to the right of the key. Driving. Stripped. Loose ball. Thomas got it back. Sends it out to Word. Left wing Flanagan takes a dribble. Jumper from 14. Good over Hogan. So DeMonte with 8. Cleveland State, after they were down by 10, they're on a 7-point run. Down by 3 now, 43-40 with 17:54 to go.
Excellent patience by the Vikings that time on offense.
McFarley hooks a pass out to Hogan, knocked away. Stolen Edwards, flying ahead, all alone, kabam! Two-handed jam. Edwards with a dozen. That's a game high. Timeout, Bakari Alexander. Cleveland State on a 9-point run to cut the Detroit Mercy lead down to 1. 43-42, timeout on the floor. We'll take a break. This is Vikings basketball.
It takes a strong defense.
1 now to the Titans on a 9-point run. Rob Edwards, the hero, 7 of the Vikings' 9 points on this 9-0 run for Rob as Cleveland State has begun the second half here, shooting 4 of 6 from the field.
The folks streaming the game on ESPN saw Rob Edwards come right into their lap.
He did.
What an athlete.
He's got a dozen now to lead all scorers.
He's got
Cleveland
a pro
State
body.
down by 1, 43-42. Yep. See what they do here against Detroit.
It's man-to-man, extended full court.
Jenkins, Allen, Hogan, McFarley, and Blackshear on the floor for the Titans. For the Vikings, Edwards, Wright, Thomas, Word, and Flanagan. It's Jenkins to take it across the midcourt strip as he works to the basket to the west. Bounce pass to Jaleel Hogan inside the arc left wing. Hands the ball off to Corey Allen. He has a Titan high 11 points working against Cash Thomas.
Oh, that was a carry.
He sends it sideline right to Jenkins. 7 to shoot in the lane. Pull-up jumper from 5. Nope. Anthony Wright, the Viking board. Outlet Edwards quickly into the front court. Rob with the hot hand. Pull-up 3. There it goes. Got it. Rob Edwards on fire. He has 15 in Cleveland State on a 12-point run. Has a 2-point lead, 45-43.
Well, Rob knows there's a lot of people back home tuning into this one. He's a Detroit kid.
Jenkins on the left wing, dribbling in against Edwards. Back out again behind the arc to the top of the key. Lost the ball, loose. Flanagan bats it forward, grabs it on the baseline, saves it to Edwards. Edwards looking for help, finds Wright, baseline right. Fakes the set shot, throws it out to Thomas, left wing Word. Bluffs the 3, drives down the lane, got to the rack, scores! Word his first 2. Cleveland State 47, Detroit Mercy 43. The Vikings on a 14-0 run. Into the front court, right wing, McFarley carried the basketball, and he got called that time. Turnover for Detroit, number 12.
Gotta give Gary Waters and his staff props. They forced the non-point guards in the last 4 possessions to bring the ball up the floor with their full court pressure. They're denying the point and just making other people bring it up, and it's gotten Detroit Mercy totally out of sync.
And Detroit Mercy hasn't scored in the last 3 minutes. Cleveland State on a 14-0 run. 6 for 6 from the field during that time. They've turned the tables. This is what's happened to Cleveland State this year. They've seen other teams do it to them. Now they're doing it back as Edwards kicks it out to Word. Right corner triple. Good! Bobby Word, a 3-pointer. 17-0 run for Cleveland State. They're up 50-43. 4 minutes into the second half. Williams in the front court. Vikes now 7 of 7 from the field.
And this is the first time the point guards touched the ball in the last 6 possessions for Detroit.
It's DeChandre Black against the man-to-man. Out top it goes to Cole Long. Into the lane he goes. Fades from 10. Put it on the rim. Fell off. Rebound. Whistle foul on Detroit Mercy on the rebound. Williams, the guilty. No, check it. They're going to call it on Malik Eichler, who's checked in. The 7-foot freshman from Berlin, Germany. Timeout on the floor. Cleveland State on a 17-0 run has a 50-43 lead. We'll take a break. 15:46 to go in regulation. This is Vikings basketball.
Penn State.
(50-43) with 15:46 to go. Along with Pat Vianchik, I'm Al Pulowski. Oakland leading Youngstown State 48-37 18 minutes to go in Youngstown. Cleveland State ball. They work right to left. You're listening to us on 1420 AM. Detroit switches to the zone. Cash Thomas brings it into the front court and sends it on the right wing to Edwards. He'll throw a corner right to Word. Bounce it down low. Flanagan turns, throws it back out to Word. Deflected. Word caught it right wing behind the arc. Out to Edwards. 10 to shoot. Edwards on the dribble. Backs it up. Head fakes. Comes around a pick. Sends it left wing. Thomas 4 to shoot. Baseline left. Flanagan. Jumper from 15 is good. Cleveland State on a 19-0 run. They're 8 of 8 from the field during that time. Detroit hasn't scored in nearly 4 minutes. 52-43 Vikes. Black the other way with 15:05 to go. To the corner and back out against the Vikings man-to-man. Thomas chasing. Now Black. The center circle. Dribbles to the right. Doubled. Throws it left side. Caught by Cole Long. Sideline left it goes to Allen. Dribbles to the baseline. 8 to shoot. Throws it out to Long. Long on the wing. Leaves it for Williams. 40 away. 4 to shoot. 3. 2 to the top. Gonna have to fade from 27. Front of the rim. Off. Rebound. Flanagan was well over the rim.
Oh.
What a rebound. Out to Edwards. Vikings by 9 on a 19-0 run.
DeMonte looked like he picked that one off the top of the square.
Edwards tried to pass it in. Deflected ball. Came to right. Throws it out to Edwards. Drives down the lane. He got bumped. And we've got a whistle and a foul on Detroit Mercy. That'll be the second foul of the half against the Titans. The guilty party is Patrick Robinson Jr.
Well,
that's his second. Wholesale changes for the Titans. They bring in Blackshear, Hogan, Jenkins, Allen, and McFarley. So they're starting 5. Sloan comes in for Anthony Wright, who checks out with 6 points and 2 rebounds. 14:26 to go. The Vikes lead by 9.
Well, Anthony Wright just brings so much energy. That 5 played outstanding together in that stretch.
Edwards will inbound the ball. Right sideline to Flanagan against the man-to-man. Handoff Thomas. Also on the right sideline to Flanagan. Goes the basket. Clobbered by Hogan. He'll shoot 2. As Hogan went up to challenge. And they got mostly DeMonte. Foul on Hogan is his second. Team's 3rd of the second half. Cleveland State's only attempted 4 free throws. They're 4 for 4. Flanagan will get 2 here. Tonight he's 2 of 2 at the line. He has 10 points. And he's at 75% on the year.
Yeah, it's hard to draw fouls against a zone because it really forces you into a jump shooting mode. And
he misses the first one. As Bree Blunt will check in for Cleveland State, but he's in for the shooters, so he'll come in if Flanagan makes his next one.
Yeah, and Detroit also, get back to that point, Detroit played really solid defense in the first half, limiting the Vikings' opportunities to get to the rim. And Rob Edwards is in foul trouble. He's a big reason. Flanagan
missed the next one. Jenkins the rebound for the Titans, so he missed them both. Detroit Mercy hasn't scored now in 5 minutes. Cleveland State's on a 19-point run. Jenkins in the front court is trapped. Throws the ball. Somehow it got to the intended target. He threw it to Hogan, who ran over Flanagan. And there is no call as Hogan jumps it in the basket. 52-45. Edwards the other way. Pulls up for 3. Missed it from the left wing. Flanagan gets fouled again on the rebound. This time they'll call it. And this one is on Gerald Blackshear. And that is his first personal foul as Blunt is in. Flanagan is out. 4th foul against the Titans in the second half. Vikings up by 7. That last basket by Detroit ended a 5-minute-plus run where they did not score.
And they are fresh right now. The Vikings starters are going to the bench to get a little breather, while Detroit has their starters fresh on the floor right now. We'll see what happens.
Ward on the drive and the dump to Sloan, who goes up and slams it home. Blackshear went up to semi-challenge, and Sloan just powered it down. Wow. He's got 6.
2 impressive dunks tonight from Derek Sloan.
54-45 Cleveland State. 13:35 to go. The Vikings now on a 21-2 run in the last 5.5 minutes. On the red wing, it's Allen against Thomas. Isolated, steps back, jumper from 18. In and out. Thomas the rebound. Whistle and a foul on Cleveland State on the rebound. It's on Derek Sloan. And it'll be his 3rd, the first against Cleveland State of the second half.
Well, that was just 2 big guys tangled up. That could have gone either way.
13:24 left. 54-45. CSU by 9. This is matching their largest lead. Inbounds to Blackshear, and there's a whistle and a foul on Detroit Mercy. And an illegal screen on Jaleel Hogan.
He extended his arm as he was trying to post up.
Okay, that's what it was. That's going to be the 3rd on Hogan, 5th against the Titans. And now Bakari Alexander's not happy about that call.
Looks like I hate to use the word makeup call, but that's what it looked like.
Thomas all the way to the hole. He scores as he went coast to coast. Thomas, the good solid drive. He's got 8. 56-45, Vikings by 11, their largest lead. They were down at the half by 7. 13:05 to go in regulation. Jenkins down low to Hogan against Blunt. Backs him down on the block. He's doubled. Kind of swims through it. We've got a whistle and a foul on the swim move on Cleveland State. And it's on Jabri Blunt. That is his third. Second against the Vikings here in the second half. 12:59 left. 56-45 Vikings. Wright coming right back in. He'll replace Blunt, who sits down scoreless with the rebound. Vikings by 11.
Coach Waters sure didn't leave his starters on the bench for very long there, did he?
No. Cleveland State has made 10 of their last 11 field goals. Inbounds comes on the left sideline to McFarley. Dribbles the left elbow, lost the handle, loose ball on the floor. Players volleying forward. Finally, Wright comes away with it. Out to Flanagan. Hill dribbled into the front court. DeMonte, for a big guy with excellent ball handling skills, gets it to Thomas. Pulls up from 17. Straightaway jumper is good. How about Thomas? He's got 10. 58-45 Vikes.
How about the
They're
entire
on fire
team?
in the second half. Cleveland State,
they're not missing.
On a 6-point run and a 25-2 run here. 58-45 Vikings. 12:25 left. McFarley at the top. Left wing to Jenkins. Pull up. Tough three-point jumper. Backboard and iron off. Flanagan tracks down the rebound. Up to Thomas. Front court to Word. Back to Thomas on the center circle. The Vikes will set up. Ahead by 13.
The Titans are stunned right now.
They've outscored the Detroit Titans by 20 in the second half. Now we've got a whistle and a foul off the ball. And this one is a foul on Josh McFarley for a hold.
And, you know, when you're sitting over there coaching.
Second personal 16 foul as he checks out and Chandre Black replaces him.
You're coaching on the other side and your team is getting whacked like this. There's just nothing you can do. I mean, you just got to hope somebody gets out to answer. But right now, Detroit has no answer for the Vikings.
Edwards against the man-to-man, guarded by Allen. Sideline right, 25 away. He'll drive to the baseline. Step back. Jumper from 18 on a fade is short. Ward storms in for the board. Gives to Edwards. Drives strong. Nope, but drew the foul on his way to the bucket. And everything is going Cleveland State's way in the second half. They were down by 7 at the half. They lead it by 13 with 11:46 to go. Timeout on the floor. Cleveland State 58. Detroit Mercy 45. This is Vikings basketball. Lead over Detroit Mercy 58-45. I'm Al Pulowski along with former Viking standout Pat Vianchik. And Pat, speaking
so kind of you, by the way.
Well, yeah, I only speak the truth. These are your type of field goal percentages too. Cleveland State in the second half, 11 of 15 for 73%. And they've made 11 of their last 12 field goals, 11 of their last 13 attempts. Edwards will go to the line and he'll shoot 2. Edwards tonight has a game-high 15 points, 2 assists, and a rebound in 16 minutes.
Well, and Edwards here is the guy that really got it started.
He scores the first one as he got the shooter's touch at the rim, backboard, and rim. Is on ESPN3. If you're watching, you saw the last foul, which was the 7th team foul on Detroit. Cleveland State by 14. And they were down by 7 at the half, but they have had a monster second half.
Maybe Coach Waters should schedule all teams that have Detroit natives on their roster, and Rob Edwards will play. You know, I mean, there's a lot to that.
You got the second free throw. Yeah.
Playing against your homeboys, man. You wanna show out.
He's got 17, and the air ball the other way from Allen is grabbed by Edwards as he flies ahead into the front court and grabbed as he passed the ball to right from behind by Black. Black picks up his second personal foul. Team foul number 8 of the second half against the Titans. Back to the line goes Edwards. He'll shoot 1 and 1. Cleveland State on a 27-2 run.
Wow.
And an 8-0 run in the last 2 minutes and 16 seconds, and everything has gone their way. Everything.
This could be that watershed game, you know, that Gary's been waiting for all year for these guys.
Edwards gets the first one. 18 points for Rob, who's a perfect 5 of 5 at the line tonight. He's also 5 of 10 from the field, 3 of 7 on 3-pointers, 2 rebounds and 2 assists. For Cleveland State's leading scorer, he came in averaging 16 a night. Here's the next free throw. It's up and all net. So Edwards has 19, and Cleveland State with a very comfortable 17-point lead. And they've done this in just over 8.5 minutes in the second half. And they trailed at the break 40-33, and they're up now 62-45. The front court left wing, it's Allen against the man-to-man. Corner left to Black, to Allen on a cut, to the basket, put it up, glass rim, bounced off. Well, a pretty good shot, and now even the rolls aren't going the Titans' way. Into the front court, right, all the way to the basket, put it up, no, and he draws the foul.
Charge.
The charge on right as he went to the basket, and he ran over. Black took the charge. So Wright picks up the personal foul. That is his first, team's third of the second half. 11:04 left in regulation, 62-45 Cleveland State.
To this point in this second half, I would use the word onslaught to describe.
The Vikings now on a 29-2 run in the second half.
It's incredible.
Corey Allen on the left wing for the Titans, bouncing the ball against Word. It's Vikings remain in the man-to-man. Top of the key with it's Williams, Gerard Williams, the senior. Out to Corey Allen, bounce it down low, Hogan, 10 to shoot against Flanagan. Backs him into the block, turns, nice drop step, put it on the rim and in. Hogan with that quick drop step, beat Flanagan. And he has 13 to lead the Titans, but they trail 62-47 with 10:32 left. Thomas into the front court. Sends it left corner, Rob Edwards, catch and shoot, triple up, swish! Edwards with 22, his fourth three-pointer. 65-47, Vikes their largest lead of 18. 10:18 to go. Hogan down low outside the block. Hogan backing down Flanagan. Cross court pass Jenkins. Drives in the lane. Going to force it up. No, but he drew the foul against Wright. Coaching staff disagrees, but I think that's a good call. Wright got him on the arm, it appeared.
Yes, it was. Good call.
That was the second foul on Wright. Fourth against Cleveland State.
You're Gary Waters. You just want to keep this dream going.
I'll tell you, the Vikings now on a 13-2 run and a 29-4 run as Chris Jenkins will head to the line to our right, put up the first of 2 all net. Jenkins with 8, 65-48. Jenkins on the year shooting 81% from the line. One more free throw coming for Chris Jenkins. He averages 12 a game, and he gets the second one. 9 for Jenkins, 65-49. Full court look for the Titans, but the Vikings break it. Thomas flying ahead. Thomas threw it up, no, but he drew the foul on Hogan, who's in disagreement. Got him with the knee.
The Vikings' aggressiveness is off the charts right now.
Foul on Hogan is his fourth. It's already the 9th against the Titans here in the second half. 2 shots for Cash Thomas. The line to our left. Cash today has 10 points, 4 assists in 26 minutes. And this week, Gary Waters talked about getting him more comfortable against a zone. And we saw it against Detroit here in the first half. He sinks the first free throw. More confidence, and he wanted more penetration from Cash Thomas too, and he's gotten that tonight from his freshman point guard.
He's really pushing the ball hard almost every possession. They're getting it out, and he's not settling for walking it. They're just pushing it at the defense and putting a lot of pressure on them to foul, and it's causing rotation problems for Detroit, and then the Vikings are they're cashing in on it.
Cash splits the pairs. He missed the second one. 66-49. Cleveland State midway through the second half. All the way. Allen the other way. He got fouled. shots. He tried to lean in and scored off the window. Flanagan got him on the arm. Third foul on Flanagan, 5th against Cleveland State. That will send Corey Allen to the line to our right, the 6'3" freshman from Ypsilanti, Michigan. I want to talk about a nice-looking freshman guard in the Horizon League. It's this kid, Corey Allen. He averages 13 points a game. He's got some blood on him, so he'll have to get that bandaged before he can shoot the free throws. He'll have 2 shots here. Allen tonight, 11 points, 2 boards, and an assist, and he is shooting 63% from the line this season. 9:59 to go, 66-49 Cleveland State over Detroit Mercy. You know, at halftime, Detroit Mercy had the momentum. They had their largest lead of 7, Pat. But here in the second half, Cleveland State offensively has gone wild. They're shooting 75% from the field.
Well, they just seemed like they came to life. It's like they exploded with energy, first on the defensive end, and then they're just pushing the ball right at Detroit. And just, and they're making the extra pass. The passes are crisp. They're catching the ball in rhythm and hitting shots in rhythm. They've just done everything right. It's been the best performance I've seen in years offensively from the Vikings.
Corey Allen makes the first free throw to give him a dozen. Flanagan is out. Evan Claiborne replaces him. It's on ESPN3. We get a look at the replay there. One more free throw coming for Corey Allen. Looking to get to his season's average here if he's true on this one. It's up, it's in, all net. 66-51, Cleveland State by 15. Full court press, Anthony Wright can't get it in. Finally finds Edwards. Here comes a double team. But Edwards pretty agile, able to not use his dribble and still throw it out to Wright. That was a veteran move for the sophomore. Right in the front court, hands off Edwards. Triple team, got it back to Wright. Top of the key to Thomas. The Vikings against the man-to-man will get into the offense. Thomas to the right point. Stop, start, move. Dribbles right of the lane. Looking to throw it in the key. Going to throw it out to Word for 3. Deep from the right wing. No good from about 28 feet. Rebound collected by Corey Allen of the Titans. Into the front court, Williams bluffs the 3. Left wing against Edwards. Penetrates in. Pass down low. Blackshear. Deflected ball off right, out of bounds. It'll be Titans ball with 9:27 left. And the Vikings in the lead. 66-51 here at the Wolstein Center tonight in downtown Cleveland.
That little extra effort that Wright just made just to deflect that ball out of bounds, that's why the Vikings are playing so well. They're making the extra effort, the extra pass.
Black into Allen. Set shot from the right wing is up and in for 3. Allen with 16. And it's a 12-point lead for the Vikings as the Titans try to make a run right here. 9:15 left. The backcourt, Thomas. Working hard, gets it across the timeline. Pressure by Robinson, going to penetrate down the lane, put it up, blocked from behind by Blackshear, but Wright gets the ball, rolled his ankle. Edwards got it, though, at mid-floor. Edwards penetrating. Edwards getting contact, finally a whistle, and they're going to call a charge.
Wow.
As he ran over, he did run over Deshaundre Black. He was getting a few bumps and reaches on the way.
He went through the gauntlet to get there.
The foul on Edwards as now Black is down. He's going to need help from the trainer. He took a hard hit,
right on
his left knee, and give him credit for hanging in there to take that charge. With 9:01 to go, that foul on Edwards is the 6th against Cleveland State in the second half. Second personal on Edwards. Here's a look on ESPN3 once again. What do you think, Pat?
There's one foul. There's 2 fouls. Well, and the third one got called, but
yeah, there were 2 reaches where he clearly got hit, and they let those go, and then they called Rob for the charge, which he did.
Yeah.
He did charge.
Yes, he did.
But there was a reach in a couple before too. So poor Rob picks up the foul.
Well, officials like to let the game play out as much as possible.
66-54 the score. Cleveland State in the lead by 12. 9:01 to go as Derek Sloan comes in for Evan Claiborne.
Derek Sloan, Dr. Duncanstein tonight for the Vikings.
Oh, listen to you.
2 pretty dunks. There's an old one, huh?
Yeah, that is, but that's okay. I expect some old terminology.
What's old is new again, right?
There you go. Into the front court now on the dribble, left to right is McFoley, guarded by Thomas in the Vikings man-to-man. He'll send it right wing to the hot hand of Corey Allen. Drives to the baseline, step back, fades from 15, short on that jumper. Rebound though, Blackshear, whistling a foul on the rebound on the Vikings.
It's the first time you've called out Blackshear's name all half.
A while. This one is on Derek Sloan. That is his 4th personal foul. 66-54 Cleveland State with 8:44 to go. 7th foul against the Vikings in the second half. So Blackshear, a 50% free throw shooter on the year and just 1 of 4 tonight, has a 1-and-1. The line to our right, 66-54, Cleveland State.
You just hope the Vikings haven't spent their whole roll, their money roll here in that big run.
Free throw is missed, Sloan the rebound.
Detroit seems to be picking it up a little bit instinctively. Both ends.
Into the front court now, Thomas, right wing against the man-to-man. Guarded by Allen, dribbles to the left, handoff Kenny Carpenter, who checked in. He's doubled, throws it to Thomas. He's penetrating between the leg dribble to the free throw line. Kick out right corner, wide open right for three, and he got it. Anthony Wright for the triple. He has 9 off the bench. He's a perfect 4 of 4 from the field. 69-54 Vikes. 8-12 left. Front court Williams, the senior left-hander, backs it up near mid-floor, guarded by Wright on the right wing. He'll work it in, crossover, send it on the right sideline to Allen. Allen dribbles out to the wing, guarded by Word. Lob down low, Blackshear catching the paint. Turn, forced it up, no. Rebound, Sloan and Blackshear both have it. Whistle and a jump ball. And that'll belong to the Titans on the alternate possession when we come back. Timeout on the floor. 7 minutes, 56 seconds remain in regulation. Our score, Cleveland State 69, Detroit Mercy 54. This is Cleveland State basketball from Learfield.
Intercontinental Suites.
Titans 69-54. You're watching on ESPN3. There's Magnus again. He's got a lot of FaceTime tonight, but well-deserved, as that beard is probably the best manicured beard
He's
in the
been
city
working
of
out, too, I think.
He has. He looks a little
those
bigger.
are real muscles.
They are, absolutely. Like you, real muscles. On the floor for Cleveland State, Edwards, Wright, Thomas, Word, and Claiborne. That is incorrect. Let's give it to you again. Thomas, Hairston, Wright, Word, and Carpenter. For Detroit Mercy, Allen, Robinson, Black, Williams, and Blackshear. Left sideline, it's Allen for three, and it is good. Allen got free for a moment. He has 16, his 4th three-pointer. 69-57 Cleveland State. Full court press, Vikings break it. Carpenter to Thomas in the front court. Sideline right, Word for three. He got it on the catch and shoot. Bobby Word with 8. 72-57 Vikings, 7:28 to go.
Gary Waters is such a defensive-minded coach. You know, Bobby gave up that last three, and then he came right back.
Cleveland State gets the rebound off the miss. Right to Word in the front court. Too high and too hot on the pass. Word couldn't control it. Out of bounds it goes. It's Titan basketball.
But Word answered with a three on the other end. You think Coach Rose, yeah, great. He's just, don't gamble again. Don't gamble. He's so defensive-minded. I love it. I love it.
McFarley will trot it ahead left to right for the Titans, who trail the Vikings 72-57 with 7:11 to go. Front court, McFarley double-teamed in the center. Picks it up, lobs it to Blackshear, right block, turns, spins, double, pumps, force it up, scored it off the window under heavy pressure.
Tough
Blackshear
shot.
has 9. Yep, 72-59 Vikes. 6:55 left. Carpenter in the front court, marked by Corey Allen in the man-to-man. Double teamed at the top, sends a left wing Word. Catch and shoot triple on the way again. Got it and fouled. All net for Word. He's got 11. He'll look for 12 at the line. He struggled in the first half. He was scoreless, but in the second half, Bobby Word has found his range. 75-59 Vikings. Jenkins in. McFoley out. The foul was on McFoley.
Wow, that was right in front of us. What beautiful rotation. Catch and shoot. You love catch and shoot guys. When they get it going, it just looks so pretty.
Sure does. Well, Bobby Word with his first free throw tonight. He's at 74% on the year. On the way, short. The Titans have the rebound. Here comes Allen left to right. 75-59, Cleveland State. The left wing now dribbling into the lane. It's Allen, head fake, jump stop, got near the basket, threw it up and in off the glass. Allen with 18 to lead Detroit Mercy. 75-61 CSU. 6:26 left. Boy, Allen's put on a show tonight. The freshman looking good. The Vikings with a 14-point lead as Carpenter dribbles in the front court. Down low to Hairston. He'll throw it up, no, but he drew the blocking foul, and he'll head to the line to our left and shoot 2 free throws. And this year, Hairston shooting 54% from the line.
Kenny Carpenter is doing a nice job on both ends. We haven't been calling his name out, but in the first half, hit some nice shots against the zone to settle the Vikes down, and right now made that great pass. And he's playing wonderful defense on the other end. I always like to point out those guys that kind of do the dirty work that don't get their number called enough.
Third foul on Gerald Blackshear as Hairston hits the first of 2 shots for his first point tonight. 76-61 CSU at 6:17 to go. Blackshear's out. And in to replace him is Jaleel Hogan. One more free throw for Hairston. Free throw is on the way. Hits the back iron. It's off. Hogan, the rebound for the Titans. Vikings by 15. Into the front court. Allen spins. Took an extra step. Threw the ball up in the air for grabs. Thomas has got it. And he's tied up on the right wing. And it'll be a jump ball. Cleveland State will have possession. On the alternate possession with 6 minutes, 7 seconds to play. 76-61 Vikings. Rob Edwards coming back in. He'll replace Kenny Carpenter, who sits down with 6 points. 76-61, Pat. Vikes by 15.
Yeah, again, Kenny really, because there was a stretch there where Detroit was making a run. I think Kenny was a big factor in stopping that run.
Inbounds comes to Thomas, who's marked very tightly by Patrick Robinson in the backcourt. Dribbles ahead. Detroit looking to trap, but Thomas will cross the timeline with the pass to right. Right wing to Word, bluffs the 3, puts it on the dribble. He'll take it out top and get into the man-to-man offense with 5:50 left, and the Vikes by 15. Now Word on the left sideline will shoot the 3, in and out, halfway down, but popped out. Robinson, the Detroit Mercy rebound, up to Williams, into the front court. Down low, Hogan against Hairston. Hogan on the dribble, and he gets fouled by Hairston on a hold. That'll be the 3rd foul on Hairston. 8th against Cleveland State in the second half with 5:38 left. Flanagan coming back in for Cleveland State. 76-61. And he cannot come back in yet. And now they're saying he can. He'll take Hairston's spot. Jamarcus checks out with a point and a rebound. 5:38 left. 76-61 Vikings. Hogan at the line to the west.
And again, Jamarcus Hairston did his job while DeMonte got some needed rest.
And he missed the front end of the 1-and-1. Rob Edwards, his 3rd rebound for Cleveland State. 3/4 court trap here. Edwards up to Thomas, lob into the front court. Flanagan, and the pressure's broken. Flanagan to the left wing on the dribble. Throws it out to Edwards between the circles, 40 away. Edwards looking at Thomas. He'll put it on the hardwood and drive. Kick it out to Word. Fakes the 3 from the right sideline. Dribbles into the lane. Kick out right. Sideline left. 7 to shoot. Out to Word. Left wing. 5 to shoot. Crossover. 3-pointer in the air. Got it. Wow. Word is now feeling it. His 4th 3-pointer. He has 14. 79-61 Vikes, their largest lead with 5 minutes left. Williams against Thomas in front of the center circle. Williams is off right hand on the dribble to the right wing. Throws it to Allen. Fadeaway 3 left wing. Missed it long. Rebound. Word for Cleveland State. It's his 2nd board tonight. Out to Thomas. 4:43 left. He'll bring it into the front court under pressure from Robinson. Cleveland State in the lead by 18. Thomas working on Robinson right wing. 30 away. Still dribbling. 15 to shoot. Vikes' last 4 field goals are all 3-pointers. Here's another try for Wright. Missed it though from the left corner. 3 of those 4 from Word. Now in the backcourt. Word knocks it away. And then he goes down. Foul on Word. He thought Williams tripped him on purpose. Bobby Word is upset. Foul, though, is on Word. That is his first personal for the reach. 9th team foul against Titans here in the second half. 4:25 left, Vikings 79, Titans 61. Let's look at the replay on ESPN3.
Oh, well, it certainly looked like he may have extended it.
Like he got a leg whip there.
See why, yeah, you can see. He did
They're going to take a look.
What's the young guy from Duke? What's his name? He's always doing that.
Well, they got a clear view of it. The officials are going to take a look. It's sure looked like a leg whip to us, and now
why is
the
this
officials will take a look as well.
Why is this surfacing all of a sudden in the game of basketball? In my entire life, I've never seen more intentional trips and kicks than I've seen in the last year of the game of basketball, NBA and college level. What is going on with that, Al?
I don't know.
Can you tell me?
Well, I'll tell you, if we were playing indoor soccer, that would have been a 2-minute penalty.
Oh, there you go. We'll see. That's right. Your old MISL
sure,
days,
Cleveland
right?
Force, yeah.
Cleveland Force. I remember those
Scotty
days.
Schweitzer would have been proud of that tackle.
That's where you cut your teeth, isn't it, Al?
Yeah, sure, cut them. They're pretty dull right now. 4:25 left in the contest. Cleveland State 79, Detroit Mercy 61. If you're listening to us on 1420 AM, we're also simulcast tonight as we offer all the home games on ESPN3. We're looking at the replay on ESPN3, the same look the officials had. So they're getting a look as well. And let's see what they're going to determine after seeing it. And they're going to call over both coaches and explain. So Bakari Alexander and Gary Waters called the center floor. And Lamont Simpson is explaining what they've determined. Well, Word committed the reach, but then after that, he was tripped by Gerard Williams. So, talking to both coaches. We'll see what the ultimate determination is here. We'll get one more look at it on ESPN3 with the takedown.
It's hard to say. You know, I look at it again. It's the angle that he fell. His leg sort of lifted up, but
well, both coaches seem satisfied. So they had a long chat with both coaches.
No, they are calling it a.
Yep. So they're going to call the foul on Bobby Word, and then I believe it'll be a technical. Oh, here we go. Here's the announcement.
Shooting the one-on-one for the Titans is number 11, Gerard Williams.
All right. There's the foul on Williams announced, so he'll shoot 1 and 1.
And then they'll come back down to the other end and shoot the tech.
Okay. So Williams with a 1 and 1. Front end is up and in. There's nobody at the line except for Williams. 79-62, Cleveland State. Williams with that free throw has 8. One more free throw with 4:25 left. The lefty puts it up and in, all net. 79-63, and now there's the technical foul on Williams. So now Cleveland State will get 2 technical free throws, and Rob Edwards will take those. He's a perfect 6 of 6 at the line tonight and has a game-high 22 points. First of 2 is up and short for Edwards. First free throw he's missed tonight. 79-63 Vikings. One more for Edwards. So the foul on Word stayed, and then the body contact foul on Williams for the technical, and Edwards missed the next one. So he was a perfect 6 of 6 tonight. Now he misses both free throws.
Had too much time to think about it.
We'll get the ball as well.
Those long,
due to the foul on Williams.
Long timeouts. Mentally, you got to stay focused. Rob did not stay focused that time. He's much better than that from the line.
Edwards looking, finds Wright in the backcourt under pressure, gets it right back to Rob, but couldn't get the handle and lost it right in front of us here. The scorer's table out of bounds. Turnover for the Vikings, just their 9th tonight with 4:22 left. 79-63 Cleveland State. Turnovers tonight for Detroit. They've committed 15, and that has cost them 22 points, while Cleveland State's committed 9 turnovers, and it's cost them only 4. Front court, Allen, left wing, tries the triple. It's good. Allen with 24, and that is a game high. 79-66 Vikings. Thomas breaking the other way, got to the basket and scores the layup. Cash Thomas with 13, 81-66 Vikings.
Nice job by
4 minutes
Anthony
to go.
Wright to trigger the break there.
Now Hogan left of the lane, dribbling to the block, steps in, whistle, and fouled on his way to the basket. That'll be the 10th foul against Cleveland State of the second half. Kenny Carpenter on the hold. And that is the first personal on Carpenter. Full time out on the floor. We'll take a break with 3:53 left. Our score here tonight, Cleveland State 81, Detroit 66. This is Cleveland State basketball from Learfield.
Today.
crossing the 80-point threshold. That means Penn Station will give you a free lemonade. It's called Lemon 80. Come in tomorrow and use the code word Lemon80 at Penn Station for your complimentary lemonade. Perfect to wash down America's #1 best tasting sub as voted by consumers. See you at Penn Station tomorrow. Pat Vianchik has already told me he will be there.
Well, I'll buy you your
You'll buy me my lemonade.
I'll finally dig in deep and
say Lemon80 and get one for free.
That's
and
right.
hand it off.
That's right.
Hogan, first of 2 free throws at the line to our right, is no good. Hogan tonight, 13 points, 5 rebounds, and he's now 5 of 9 at the free throw line. Detroit as a team, 14 of 22. Cleveland State, 10 for 17 on freebies, so neither team has shot well from the line. Hogan makes the next one. He has 14. 81-67. Vikings by 14. They've led it by as many as 18, but they were down by 7 at the half. They have absolutely dominated the second half and have outscored Detroit Mercy 48-28. Edwards fade away from the free throw line, misses it long, and the Titans have the rebound. Corey Allen jogs it ahead. He has a game high 24 on the left wing. He crosses over and comes to the top. We've got a whistle and we have a foul on DeMonte Flanagan off the ball for a push.
DeMonte was trying to fight through the screen. He got the forearm up and under the chin.
4th foul on Flanagan. Both teams over the 10 foul limit. And they're going to come and take a look at Flanagan at the foul. And they're going to say he hit him in the face, so they'll review this one.
He was just trying to, he was trying to fight through the screen.
By the way, we have a Lemon 80 stat for you, Pat. Second time for the free lemonade this year. Cleveland State scored 85 against Western Michigan at the Q on December 7th.
Oh.
Thanks to Ed Doherty for that as we look at the
we
replay
that one too
on ESPN3.
Yeah.
What do you see?
Well, he's trying to fight through the screen. He's trying to bridge the screen. And, well, it's frozen. He's trying to bridge the screen, which you're taught to, step over and bridge it. But I think the screener moved just at the moment that DeMonte extended his arm. I don't believe it was
so
on purpose.
Just a typical foul, correct, after the review? Let's take a look at it here again.
He was just trying to move to the side. The screener stepped in.
He got Jenkins. No, they are going to call that a flagrant. So they're taking a look at Chris Jenkins, and he's got some blood there coming from the mouth. You're right, it wasn't intentional.
I don't think DeMonte even knew he was there when he started to slide to his left.
Yeah, he still got him
Yeah.
with the elbow above the shoulder, and that's going to be a flagrant whether it's intentional or not.
Well, in the age of concussions and all that stuff, they have to protect players, and it's understandable.
So
he hits these now. It'll be a 12-point margin.
And Detroit will keep possession of the ball as well.
Could cut it to 10, or maybe even 9 with a 3. It's anything can happen. That's why as a coach, you're always telling your guys, listen, up 40, down 40, you play hard. You finish it off.
81-67 the score. Jenkins will get 2 free throws at the line to the right by himself. Makes the first one. He has 10.
He has a very unique free throw form.
Yeah, he's got those long arms.
He's very stylish.
And then
look at that little shimmy shake at the end of the free throw.
And then he's
got it all going on.
His feet are lined up perpendicular. The exact opposite of having 2 at the free throw line, but he makes it work. A very good shooter. 81% on the year from the line. He sinks the next one. 81-69 Cleveland State. Jenkins with a quick inbounds to Hogan, top of the key, going to hand the ball off to Allen. He's had the hot hand in the second half for the Titans. Quick pass down low. Hogan, reverse layup is no good. He missed the bunny. Rebound, though, is run down by Detroit. Allen at the right wing. 3:20 left. Cleveland State by 12. In the lane, fell down, and going to be called for a walk. Yeah. That time, Allen was looking for a foul a little too hard, I think, and he just lost control of his balance and went down.
Bobby Ward's very fortunate that happened because he was leaking out on the break. He got back to recover just in time. He was about to hear an earful from Coach Waters if that play had been completed.
Full court look. Flanagan over to Edwards. 3:10 to go in the ball game. Now to Thomas, front court to Ward as Cleveland State breaks the trap. Throws it to right at the free throw line and out to Thomas against the man-to-man. Jenkins on Thomas. Thomas near mid-floor. Thomas dribbling right at the center circle. Thomas on the wing, 8 to shoot. Comes back to the top. Dribbles right at the key and it's leaned on by Jenkins, and they got Jenkins for the push. Second personal on Jenkins. Cash Thomas, couple of free throws. He's had a very nice game tonight. 13 points, 7 assists for the freshman point guard. He had a career-high 10 assists against Youngstown State this past Saturday down in Youngstown. So the last 2 games, he's averaging, at the moment, 8.5 assists per. So he sinks the first free throw to give him 14.
That's as good as anybody in the country.
The Vikings up 82-69 with 2:53 left.
And as a team, the Vikings have done a tremendous job of handling the full court pressure of the Titans.
Second one is good too. Well, how bright is the Horizon League guard-wise in Detroit and Cleveland? You've got Cash Thomas versus Corey Allen tonight, and both have played outstanding. Vikes have outscored the Titans 50-29 in the second half as Jenkins penetrated, and the ball went out of bounds off the Vikings. 83-69 Vikes with 2:44 left. But yeah, look at Corey Allen tonight. 24 points, 4 rebounds. He's been impressive.
And
so
a lot of that was in the first half, but he's got some range.
He's got the ball now in the right corner. Right up on him is Bobby Word, and we've got a whistle and a foul off the ball. Hogan and Flanagan tied up. They're going to call this one on Flanagan, and he's done. That is the 5th personal foul on DeMonte Flanagan, so he's disqualified, a rebound shy of a double-double. He's done with 10 points and 9 rebounds. Derek Sloan will replace him. Derek also has 4 fouls. 83-69 Cleveland State with 2:41 left. And Hogan is back to the line. He's already taken 9 free throws tonight. No, make it 10. These are going to be free throws 11 and 12.
And this is exactly what you do not want to do the last 3 minutes of the game, is let Detroit score with the clock stopped.
He missed the first one. Hogan tonight 6 of 11 at the line. 14 points, 5 rebounds. For some of that game that caught when he played Oakland a few weeks ago on ESPN3 and scored 39. He was incredible.
Dominant.
Misses the next one. Anthony Wright the rebound for Cleveland State. Wright will flip it over to Thomas against a 3-quarter court trap. Ahead to Edwards, still in the backcourt. Back to Thomas. Jump pass ahead. Word catches in the front court. Back to Thomas at midfloor. 2:28 left. Vikings by 14. Sideline right to Edwards. Edwards to Wright on the right wing, inside the arc, back out to Thomas. 10 to shoot, 9 to shoot as Thomas crosses over, uses a right pick, lobs it to Edwards, catch in the corner, couple of jab steps, 3 to shoot, got to hoist it from long range, missed it short, rebound though, tipped in by Word. Bobby Word with an incredible second half, 16 points, all in the second half. 85-69 Vikes. Jenkins the other way, drew the foul as he went to the basket, and Cash Thomas got him with the body. Second foul on Thomas. Chris Jenkins back to the line where he is a perfect 4 of 4 tonight. Chris Jenkins has always played well against Cleveland State. Tonight he's got 11 points, 1 shy of his season's average. But Jenkins is one of those guys for Detroit in the classic mold. They've had several of them in the last 10 to 15 years. Green comes to mind 13, 14 years ago. When they get hot, they can just take over a game. Jenkins has that ability. As he makes the first free throw, he has 12.
He's got a nice touch for a big guy. He handles the ball well against smaller guards. Stays under control, good passer.
Second free throw is all net. Gotta love his release too. That wrist snap is picture perfect.
The whole routine is fascinating to me.
Edwards in the backcourt. 85-71 Vikings by 14. 1:55 left. Edwards to Thomas. Got to get it across. Does with a jump pass to right. Sideline left Word. Settles, fires the tray. Back iron off. No, but he drew the foul. He'll go to the line and shoot 3 free throws as Word was fouled on the near sideline. Second time he's been fouled on a 3-pointer in the second half. I'll say it's after the shot, so it's a 2-shot foul instead. The guilty party is Cole Long, who fouled him after the shot. So he'll get 2 free throws. Word tonight has 16 points, all in the second half. He's 0 of 1 at the line. First of 2 from the line to our left is good. 86-71 Cleveland State, and that's the most points Cleveland State has scored this year. Yep, on the replay we saw that Word was clearly done with his shot, and then Cole Long came over and pushed him. Next one is up on the rim and off. Corey Allen the rebound. He'll come left to right, into the front court, to the left elbow. 86-71 Vikes. Left wing still dribbling, double team, goes in the air, didn't know where to go. Passed it left side though to Robinson, corner left to Long. Long in the lane, lost the handle, got it back, throws it out near side, out of bounds. Did it go off of Jenkins? I think it did. Nope, they'll say it went off of Rob Edwards and give it to Detroit.
It's good to see Greg Murphy, our sports information director over here. a little bit more alert there on the sidelines than in the past days. I had to save his life a couple weeks ago.
And they are going to take a look at this one.
Play.
They can do it in the last 2 minutes. 1:32 to go. 86-71. Cleveland State by 15. They have dominated the second half after Detroit played the better first half. The Titans led this one 40-33 at the half. That was the Titans' largest lead. But in the second half, Cleveland State at one point went on a 29-2 run. They led it by as many as 18. They lead it by 15 here as we get a look at the replay as well.
Well, and that run started with a coaching adjustment, taking away their point guard for about 6 or 7 possessions, led to that big run for the Vikings. And once they got hot, it was just...
And you can't tell on the replay.
No, it's very hard.
Yep.
It's too distant. The camera's a little too distant from the action.
So we'll stay in Detroit's possession. Cleveland State has not won a game this year when giving up 70 or more points. They've given up 71, so obviously that trend will end as they themselves have put up 86.
Yes.
Cleveland State in the second half has shot 62% from the field, and get this, 50% from behind the arc. Where in the first half, they were 1 for 8 on their first 8 three-point attempts. Black in the front court for Detroit. Left side to Long. NBA 3 over Sloan. Backboard and nothing else. Edwards, the Viking rebound, running it out. 2-on-3 with Sloan. Going down the lane, got bumped, put it up. No, but he drew the foul. And we'll head to the line with 1:17 to go. 86-71 Cleveland State. The foul is on Deshaundre Black.
Well,
that's his fourth.
Said it before. When Rob Edwards,
his third foul.
When Rob Edwards gets ahead of steam in the open court, there aren't many people in the country that can stop him from getting in the hole.
Only a sophomore, but he's growing by leaps and bounds offensively as he scores the first of 2 free throws. He has 23 tonight.
At 29 against Kentucky earlier this year, I believe.
At 28 against Kentucky, a career high 32 against Oakland. Then he came back with 28 against Green Bay. 2 games after the Oakland game. So he sinks the next free throw, so he hits them both here.
Well, I've seen a lot of guards play here at Cleveland State.
88-71 Vikes.
Mouse McFadden, of course, one of my teammates, and then Franklin Edwards, who, played for that 76ers championship team in '85. And I'll tell you, Rob Edwards athletically has more going on than those 2 guys. If he can learn to corral all that energy.
Right there. And Norris Cole and Cedric Jackson, who both played in the NBA and this century, Pat. And Cedric played for a brief amount of time. He's doing well in New Zealand now. Has been for a number of years. Norris Cole looking to latch on somewhere. Outside chance he could wind up with the Cavaliers. Who knows?
Well, that'd be fun.
I'll tell you what. You look at where they were sophomore year-wise. Rob Edwards is ahead of him at this point. But we'll see what happens the next 2 years. 88-71 Vikings. Inbounds to Cole for Detroit. 1:07 to go. Out top to Corey Allen. Looks for the postman on the right. It's Eichler. He makes the reception. Mid-post right. Goes in the lane. Hooks it up with the left hand and in. Pretty play by Malik Eichler. 88-73. Cleveland State. 55 seconds to go. Nelson Maxwell into the game, along with Hales, Sloan, Carpenter, and Wright. He'll flip it to Hales. Sideline left against the man-to-man. He'll dribble out top. Cleveland State content to kill clock here with a 15-point lead. Detroit not much pressure. Now Maxwell with 9 to shoot. Crosses over, dribbles to the free throw line. Carpenter right sideline with it, 5 to shoot. Behind the arc, drives baseline, steps back, fades from 20. Hits the back iron, no rebound. Put up and in by Wright. Anthony Wright with the 11. 2 consecutive games, he scored 11 points. 90-73 Vikes. 24 seconds left. Shot clock off. Corey Allen on the dribble. On the left wing. 18 seconds. Still dribbling. He's going to back it up. On the left wing. 30 to shoot. Looking. Still dribbling. 10 seconds. He's just going to run out the clock, it appears. And this one is going to go in the win column for Cleveland State. That is it. As the Detroit Mercy Titans wave the white flag and the game is over. Final score, Cleveland State 90, Detroit Mercy 73. With the win for Cleveland State, they improve to 7-16 on the year. 3-8 in the Horizon League. With the loss, Detroit falls to 5-18, 3-8 as well in the HL. Well, Pat, quite a second half for the Vikings. The best second half they've played all year. They were down by 7 at the halftime break. They win it by 17.
Team basketball on both ends, starting with a great coaching adjustment. The kids stepped it up, and man, did they play well, just moving the ball. being unselfish, knocking shots down. It was the best performance I've seen in years down here.
Cleveland State a winner. Once again, the final, Vikings 90, Titans 73. Stay tuned. Ed Doherty has the Vikings postgame wrap on 1420 AM WHK. That is coming up next. Vikings by 17. This is Vikings basketball.
Today, whether your goal is to be stronger, faster, or to